Nicely done.
No, I agree. I know the panel said they kind of prefer what OG's got going, but I've got to be honest, this Game 2 draft, I think Alliance's overall lineup, it just makes sense, right? You look at these 5 heroes and it really just looks sort of like a dream lineup. They all just work off and bounce off each other so perfectly.
Bright and breezy. Hey!
Oh, well, there should be a little bit of action to start things off. S4 does knock them all back with the God's Rebuke. They will try and focus Handscan, but he's able to juke it out. No connection. That'll be fine. Nobody to die yet at this. And also just interested to see what Wish is going to be able to do on this mid Mirana. Are you that much of a fan of the mid Mirana? Why this hero in this position, this game? Yeah. Yeah, because I'll be interested to see as well, like, ooh, it's going to look for the arrow. Level 1 goo, my friend, it gets you those first bloods every single time. Not this time, though. So every single time apart from this one, Seb is able to get back behind the tower. But no, level 1 goo, it gives you so much killing potential. And it costs no mana. 12 mana, that's nothing. You know, you can just throw it out as you want. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and we'll see how sort of this top lane goes. Yeah, we're gonna have Saxa come over, and he's gonna join them up. Him and Seb looking to harass FNG. Do have that Orb of Venom as well on Saxa, so extra bit of slow, allowing them to get a lot of damage done to FNG. He's prepared with the regen. He's got a few tangos. He's actually just gonna pop the sail straight up, make sure that he's healthy for the lane. Now. The goo. And it's just a little bit too powerful. They can slow him down a little bit with the Orb of Venom, but Nico Baby's just going to stay on top of Seb. And level 1 goo, honestly, I don't know why you'd ever skill it any other way. This is how you get those kills on the Bristol. As Nico Baby off to a great start there with first blood. Down bottom, some no tail on the Slar KA against Hansken and S4's very beefy duo, these two. You know, I feel like once the level 2's on the two of them, No-Tail's got to be very careful with his positioning. You know, Hansken and S4 can easily get in and set up for a good spear combo. So they've got to be careful down there on the bottom lane. A lot of kill potential from Alliance's lane.
Snatched from the jaws of defeat.
And there. Just. And honestly, I still just have my doubts about this mid lane for Wish. I think it's going to be hard, right? I mean, you're against this DP who already is a very strong hero in the lane, and it's Limp playing it, as the panel said. You know, this is his hero, and you're a Mirana. I mean, well, what's the Mirana supposed to do? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And bottom lane. I mean, this is as I say, this duo, it is a killer duo. Mars, Tusk, they get in your face, they lock you down, and it's an insane amount of burst as well in the early stages from these two heroes, even without items. You've got to be careful, and Sumail knocked out of the lane. I dare say, you know, all three lanes, I feel it's off to a flying start for Alliance. I think Seb's dead. He's just going to run him down, get the go on him. He's going to go for the TP out. Oh, it's close. It's very close, but he does make it away. Did TP over to the tower. Wants to stay in the lane. They do have a salve prepared to keep him healed up, and with the soul ring can stay in the lane. So minimal time spent being pushed away, but yeah, he's got to be careful. Yep.
Our gift from the
Oh yeah,
night.
just get fortunate with the RNG there, Wish. And pick himself up a regen up top. Nico, baby. He's getting low. Saxon needs one more touch. Oh, and he gets it. They're able to kill off the bristle. They can turn over towards FNG. We'll see if they can get this as well. There's another swashbuckle available. They're going to get the two of them up top. Double kill for Saxa. Meanwhile, down bottom, Samel pounce back up, and he's able to get back towards the tower. Pop us out. He will live. So impressive strike back there from top. Oh, he does, and pretty early. And we saw Saxa come around towards the mid, but nothing to be found. Was just moving back towards top 5-minute runes. It's just going to be the 2 for 2.
For the
Top lane. Looking again towards Nico, baby. I'm going to try and harass him as much as possible, but FNG's back by his side. And actually with that, Saxa, no pushbuckle. So Nico, baby, can dive this, and he will. Moves in, Quill Sprays, takes down the Pango. And Seb, he's out of mana, he's out of HP. He's got to be careful. Does have the stick charges, and with no creeps, Alliance won't dive. Seb will live.
The prize is mine.
That all kicking off very early on in this game. Mid lane, Wish. He has been able to keep up. He has. Honestly, it looked rough after the first few waves, but Wish has done a good job of keeping up in this matchup where, as I say, I feel it's not easy for the Mirana. He's been doing it. I mean, I guess, yeah, there's sort of that theory there that, you know, a DP is a hero that wants to do a lot right with those siege creep pushes because of how much Limp can do with the exorcism. And, yeah, taking it away with that sort of ability does stop that momentum that a death to find early on in a 1v1. Seb's gonna... Yeah, he's also got the Malefice if it was required to stop Nico Baby from chasing, and Nico Baby knows. Doesn't go any further for it. No, still sitting around mid. This is not an easy kill for OG. They are going to try and catch him off guard as Limp gets baited in. Cold Feet will proc. That's the setup required for the arrow. Very nice bait there from Wish, and an excellent positioning from No Tail to capitalize on that top lane. They also lose FNG Alliance. Seb's able to get the kill, but Nico Baby's killed off Saxa. He's going to look to kill off Seb as well. Seb's got stick charges. He's able to turn Malefice. Nico Baby needed one more Quill Spray, but he cannot afford to hang around. Has to back away. One more hit would have killed him. So Nico Baby plays it safe. Backs off. He is low on regen. Okay, so no, he's got the salve, and he does have a tango. Saxa tries to cancel the salve, won't quite grab it, and neither does the Midnight Pulse. So Nico Baby will get a decent amount of heal back up in that top lane. Yeah, that's a big kill as well. Okay, so what you do? Yeah.
Killed. Dire are scanning.
Oh yeah, but still something that was picked into a hero that can work nicely against it in OG's favour. Down bottom, S4. Talking about the Mars, he gets that opening straight in onto No Tail. The move forward, try and burst down the AA, they'll get him. Samel tries to turn, get a few stacks up, but can't commit onto them. Still yet to hit level 6 himself. Yes. I mean, if they can kill him before the 6, that'll be a huge catch to get the exorcism out. They move in with the snowball. They know that without the shadow dance, Samel has no defensive measure to save him from that sort of rotation. Limp, with the heads-up play, fortification will be popped, but he's got so much duration left on the exorcism, he's just going to hang around, and they should be able to take this tier 1 tower, Alliance.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No tail. No tail TP'd in to try and defend this. S4 does pop the soul ring, which of course ends up getting him killed as he takes hits from the tower on top of it. Alliance will have to TP out, so a lot of damage is done. The tower won't fall. Arrows attempted by Wish, but the angle wasn't quite there. Limp will manage to escape back to safety.
Radiant's bottom tower has been
Still an objective off the map though. That favours Alliance. And without doubt, we're seeing a very close start though between these two teams. What, 9 minutes in, less than 1k in it. Nobody really getting entirely left behind off the back of this laning stage. Now, obviously in game one we saw Esports really struggle. I mean, this time around, everyone's within the same ballpark of 1,000 mid lane. The connection's there. The Ice Blast is in. A snowball will buy some time for Limp, but Limp is very, very low. He's in deep. The silence does come out from Limp, and the save's going to be there for perfect silence to instantly cancel the black hole of Seb. Seb will live, but so will Limp. Fantastic disengage from both sides. S4 is not going to be lucky enough to get away with his lives, but clutch plays all around as it results in just S4 dying, but black hole was used by Seb. So that's off and out of the game for a good 2.5 minutes.
Wish fulfilled.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He was. And we're really seeing Alliance's line, all 5 of these heroes, they will turn up to the fights. OG, pretty much everyone apart from Sumail right at the moment is ready to go. Sumail's just trying to make as much of the space that he can get right now, try and get that first item done. He's going for the treads into defusal this game on Slark. So as long as OG can sort of fight the 5-man of Alliance with just their 4 heroes and get Sumail to space, Sumail's going to get the chance to catch back up, get towards the top. Does he up? An attempt onto Saxa. He is 6, so can use the Rolling Thunder if he feels pressured, and he will. He'll roll out of there. Back to safety, nothing to cancel the Rolling Thunder or hold him down through that magic immunity, so safe backup from him.
Then
Yeah. Yeah. See if he's able to get out of the cold feet proc. He will, but Saxa still in with the slow. From the lucky shot, there'll be a little snowball roll over towards the Ancient. Tries to block him off with the shards, but Starstorm damage from Wish, it does it. Gets him his javelin done, going for the Treads Maelstrom build on Mirana, making sure that he has that right-click potential, and of course that ability to really capitalize on the bonus attack speed he's getting from this leap that he's starting to max out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The prize is mine.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Perfect.
I mean, Wish, he's been hitting some beautiful ones. Limp's dead. FNG, he doesn't get in and get the false promise off. No false promise, no save for Limp. Limp is dead. I mean, yeah, well, this is... I mean, he's been impressing so far, Wish. You know, as I said from the start, this is not... You know, you see someone go mid on Mirana. You know, they've got some courage there to do that. This is not your standard hero to go mid and have as much of an impact as Wish is, but he's top net worth. He's 302. He's given a showcase on how it's done. Another arrow to connect onto S4. S4's able to push back Saxon. Nico Baby moves across. They'll look to finish off the Pango. Saxon's still got a swashbuckle available. He breaks away in Sumail. He's in on the bristle. The Ice Blast is coming in. Does connect onto Nico Baby. FNG will be in with the save. False promise keeps Nico Baby alive. The Limp. Yeah, but Limp, he's trying to chase No Tail, and he should find this. And At least he does. That was Exorcism used for this fight. He can stick around for the tier 1 tower as well, so gets siege damage done with this Exorcism. But I want to say that fortification's actually popped. Saxa, he's going to try and roll in for this. Swashbuckle in onto Hanskin. The rest of OG moving in. Wish, he's looking for that. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful every single time. I don't think I've seen one of these arrows miss. Wish, he's hitting every single one. Hanskin tries to roll away, but they block him off. Another kill for OG. The FNG tries to TP out of the trees. Ooh, he'll make it away. They didn't quite have the damage. But honestly, Wish, that arrow was brilliant as well. Perfect. Reading the situation, a very long distance connection as well. Hits the angle perfectly.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. For the hunt.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he obviously knows doing the mid on this. Wish.
You're too kind.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they've done exactly as they needed to. That whole sort of period where they're doing 4v5, and now Sumail's just strong enough to get involved himself. And with that defusal being 300 gold away, that's when the fights can really turn heavily in OG's favor. We saw last game how Nico Baby's Slark was, you know, able to just, as long as he lives, he cleans up and he gets a huge benefit getting that permanent essence shift gain. Same thing could definitely happen here with Sumail hitting a very, very quick defusal blade timing. Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And may not have been able to get as much done as they would have hoped for, though, with the lineup they have. You know, we're seeing, what, 16 minutes in. With this DP, they've only been able to push down one tier 1 tower, and that one was denied from them. Still the tier 1 in the mid lane, standing very strong for OG. Look for the go in onto Seb. Silenced up, and with the full 3 of them onto him, Seb's still actually going to get the chance to turn and to throw with a black hole, and that's going to set up for Wish to be able to clean up. He takes down Look, looks over towards Nico Baby. Nico Baby will be saved in top by FNG, but Saxa rolls in. Beautiful angle as he connects on all 3 of them. FNG is dead. Wish turns over towards S4. He'll now look towards Nico Baby. Nico Baby falling low. He's trying to juke it. Wish is getting low. He's salving up high to the tree. Wish will survive. Everybody on Alliance dies. Wish 506 on this Mirana. They just cannot kill him. A great hold from Seb, keeping his cool there as they commit on him, but duration at the black hole long enough to allow the rest of OG to get in and turn things around as OG wipe Alliance.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Let thy healing begin.
Let us build
It really is. This is, you know, I feel like we haven't seen a mid-Mirana performance like this since, you know, back in the old days. He's really bringing back that core Mirana big time here in this game. Another kill, Sumail just able to find FG out alone. They'll try and make an advance onto Saxa. See if anything Wish can do to help him out. 3 Heroes of Alliance trying to go for this. They turn over towards Mirana, but there's a bit of a bait because Saxa, he was waiting from the side, comes in with a Rolling Thunder. They stand their ground, turn towards Hanskin, take him out. Nico Baby still trying to move in. S4 goes for the arena, but the spear, it won't connect. S4 falls as well. Another kill for Wish. Arrow out, but Nico Baby is able to juke it. The rest of Alliance, they just got to get out of here. Jump forward from Saxa. He's clipped himself, but hey, it's given them vision. He's going to poke around with Nico Baby, slides down with the swashbuckle. The TP comes in from FNG, so no more further advances from OG, knowing that Oracle's there to protect the cause.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, he needs the Yules ASAP. It's very hard for him to fight without it. At the moment, the save that FNG and Hansken can theoretically provide, it's just not enough. You know, OG's got the control. They're still able to kill him off through those saving mechanisms that Alliance's supports have. Limp's... Oh, look, talking about Limp. They're making a go on him. He has got the Siphon off, healing him up. But the micro's there, Seb with the Helm of the Dom, using that Centaur to stun him up the once. In they go with the swashbuckle Limp, pops the silence. Limp falling low, but he will live. Able to turn with the Siphon, but no, Wish. He's able to jump in, clean him up. Another kill for the Marauder and the gang as they chase on for more. Hansken being split apart from S4. Wish leaps forward. Hansken will attempt to run away from this, but he cannot escape the reach of this Marauder. Monster kill streak for Wish. 8-0-7 and still just untouched this game. Every kill pushing him closer towards a very quick BKB. Once he has that BKB, there's not really anything that the Lions have to threaten his life.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, definitely worth it.
Dire's structures are
Get that XP bonus secured for the team. Worth smoke every single time.
It's under attack.
And see if they can find a catch.
That's for me.
Oh, we did of course see Alliance be able to turn around what was quite a solid lead for OG in game 1. I think here in game 2 it's definitely going to be more difficult. They don't necessarily have the sort of hardest of carries. As long as OG can keep this game at this pace, Samel's only going to get bigger and bigger. He is going to go down. As we're able to control him in with the arena. Still though, Saxa, he's just goes for a little bit of a roll in, a bit of a drive-by. Nothing more, nothing less. Rejoins the rest of his squad. Samel going towards that Skadi over the defusal. And the tail.
The prize is mine.
Yeah. And it's an excellent hero at fighting against these sort of crowd, these look alliances like, oh, right, and Mars, he's going to say, I want to fight here. Bristol's going to say, I want to fight here. It's all very static, the sort of the area that Alliance's team fight wants to happen around, and Enigma is just the perfect hero to break that up and punish it with that sort of AoE damage on the floor. And Roshan, I don't know if they can't go for this one. They cannot stop OG from grabbing this. Samael to grab that Aegis. Already Saxa poking Arena's down. They do go for the silence. The ice bar is going to pass through two of them. They'll commit in with the snowball and the punch up, and they do kill off the AA as well as Saxa on the Pango. Both supports are down. Alliance, they're going to sweep across, look for more. Already though, OG are backing off. Seb just furiously trying to farm up a Blink Dagger. Make sure that he has some initiation or counter initiation himself to deal with the pushes that Alliance are now going to try and come through with. Samel, he's looking towards the mid, the arrow, it hits onto Limp, it's another connection from Wish. Samel moves in, he's starting to burn the mana with the diffusal blade. FNG keeping Limp safe here, they'll knock back Samel with the spear, silence as well. Samel's got to be a little bit careful, does get held back as well by the root of FNG. Nico Baby starting to step back. Wish, he's got to be careful how far he wants to commit on this. No arrow connection this time round as the creeps will block it, but they do push Alliance back and they do keep that tier 1 tower mid alive for a little bit longer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You've set that completed Blink Dagger on its way out, so now the you have every mean to start the fight yourself. As you said, you know, not a, they do still have ways, obviously, when Seb hasn't got the BKB to cancel it, but if Seb's able to wait for those spells to be used in an attempt to deal with like OG supports running in first, that's a real threat, even without the BKB on Nini. Yeah, Samel's getting. He's
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh yeah. Skadi very much just an excellent item all round in a lot of games right now. Those most recent buffs. And Samel. Yeah, I see what you mean, because you're saying, is the debuff going to reduce the healing that you're theoretically getting that's being healed to you during the false promise, or does it only reduce the healing that the false promise grants at the end of the false promise? Well, yeah, I see, yeah. Or does it affect both? Yeah. Well, one thing I can tell you is probably nobody at Valve has a clue either. So you know, we're all right. You know, nobody knows. It's nobody's bothered to actually look at that. It does less healing, all right. You know. Yes. I know, but people that make this game are obviously very smart. But you know, stuff like that's just a math equation too far. You know. No, nobody bothers with those sort of maths. It just happens. You know. They make the code, they put it out, some heals are getting reduced, job done. And yeah, that's the charm of Dota 2. A little rough around the edges, but that's how we like it.
I know I can
That's how we like it.
you guys.
Well, 8k lead at the moment for OG. Still, no, time will tell how this game's going to go. We saw last game. I mean, very much opening from OG looked pretty flawless. Samel was off to a brilliant start, and then suddenly things started to happen. Things started to slip away. Alliance was able to come into action. You know, it's hard to sort of see a way for Alliance to do it in the game when it's hard to see the way for Alliance to do it in this game too, but that's not to say they cannot. There's still absolutely every chance to turn this, and as we've seen obviously with the recent patch as well, the numbers do favour certain turnarounds. I guess in terms of sort of holding base and making a sort of comeback, one thing that makes it a little harder is the increased difficulty on ensuring that you do have buybacks available, with the change of, you know, less sources of reliable gold being there in the game, with the only source being the passive income. So you've got to be a little more prepared financially to make sure you do have those buybacks if you are relying on a second life for the high ground hold. But yeah. Yeah, and again, I think it's, you know, I sort of like what they were saying on the panel about this here. You know, if you're a Slark, you know, if you're able to play in a way where you don't get BKB and you do get these sort of stat items, and obviously with the talents as well, you've got a lot of flexibility. For instance, last game, we had the build from Nico Baby. He knows he's getting the Satanic pretty soon, so he doesn't get the lifesteal talent. Samel obviously this game does, because he wants to go elsewhere with the builds. We're seeing this more sort of hyper-aggressive build, this Diffusal Scuddy and then into the Butterfly, you know, really going to make him this right-click monster in the fights. So it is a very flexible hero, and a hero that it absolutely is difficult to deal with in this sort of mid-game point when he has had such a start. So I think similar as a Morph, you know, these two heroes are very much, if you don't kill this hero at the start of the fight, it's going to clean up. You know, you have to get rid of this hero, isolate him. If he has some sort of lineup behind him that allows him to stay alive for the first 10 seconds of a team fight, you're probably losing the team fight against that hero. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, the ultimate right is it's just something that there's no other hero that has an ult quite like it. You know, there's a lot of other, you know, ults in the game that, you know, you'll have a support that, yeah, it's a long stun, or it's a long sort of, it's a high damage nuke, you know, but this sort of global potential shutting down any sort of heals against a lineup that does rely so strongly for them can be incredibly deadly. And especially when you look at obviously the team around you, all the other 4 heroes, they do provide excellent ways to set up for the full combo really of the AA. You know, you get a Black Hole down and Cold Feet and Vortex, heroes are just going to out to it. And, you know, one thing we didn't really talk about too much, but for some people might be obvious, you know, as the panel was saying, you know, a few patches back, we had the Midnight Pulse change into Magical. That means suddenly these increased magic damage spells like Vortex, it makes the damage from Midnight Pulse insane. Ice Vortex and Midnight Pulse, that's the percentages are going into the triple digits. I mean, maybe not quite, but it's close. You know, it's a lot of magical damage. Yeah.
Our thanks.
Yeah, we talk about obviously with the save of Oracle, the False Promise, the way you can play in a manner that you save it and you have it to time in a way where the Ice Blast isn't going to be as deadly. But if you're having to constantly think about that as a Death Prophet, there's a lot of other saves that you're just unable to make, because, you know, if you come in early with the False Promise, No Tail's going to be waiting with that Ice Blast and ready to come in with the finishing blow when you don't have the answer for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Oh, damn. All those tips. Yeah, a little bit of history there, you know. That's for once the boy on the side of OG, now the one against them. See, Samel. Another easy kill for him. Dives in past towers. Nothing FNG can do to hold him off. This Slark definitely already in the real territory of being incredibly scary. And these are beefy heroes on Alliance that this Slark's going to be happy to eat. And there's going to be another kill for Samel to get involved in. Over he goes. Connects with Seb. And you're just feeding more and more towards this Slark. Mid lane, Alliance, can they go for something here? S4 maybe wants to try with the Blink Arena, but it's hard, you know. Wish with the BKB, with the leaps, he's going to be able to make a counter play, and S4 knows he doesn't go for this. They really do need the full squad around Alliance if want to try and make those plays. The lead that OG has is just too much for them to try and make moves when they don't have the number advantage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, that's right. I didn't say anything worth listening to, you know, as usual. Samel. Trying to have a bit of a poke at Nico, baby. Get some stacks up. Now, of course, was the target that Wish intended for, you know, as he will tell you. Lock down that Oracle backblast, you know, make sure he can't get in. There we go, Mjolnir done. For Wish here at 27 minutes on top of his BKB. Oh, Samel. He's found FNG outside of the base. S4 will be able to push Samel away with the spear. Samel turns over towards Hansken. They try and turn with a punch, but they've got to step away from this Slark. Samel's just too strong right now. They lose FNG on the Oracle. Hansken's held outside of the base. Both supports of Alliance getting caught outside and away from the tier 3s. They turn over towards the tier 2 OG. They're ready to start moving this push up towards the high ground. Limp's doing his best to attempt for some sort of split push action, but he's got to return to help his team defend. They're starting to lose the tier 3. Another connection jump in from Seb. Malefice onto S4. S4 will go down. There's no buyback on the Mars. Samel's getting low, but he's got the Shadow Dance and will be able to sneak away and heal back up to full. Saxa also able to jump outside of the base with the Swashbuckle. There was a buyback from FNG. Does stop OG from maybe dying diving for the kills they were looking for, but unable to help his team turn around and actually take anything away from OG, as OG get out with all 5 alive.
Wish fulfilled.
Yeah, you know, they're just so far behind. And now Alliance, you look at some of these heroes. Lempi's he's just fallen right out of this game. There's not a lot that he can do. Even the exorcism at this point, very, very hardly scary at all. You know, OG, they've got their BKBs. They've got ways of just backing out of the fight and just re-engaging as soon as the exorcism finishes. So very hard for Alliance to take a fight on their terms. Also, we do have some ping issues. Hopefully that will get sorted pretty soon. Yeah, so we're able to get back in. Oh, we got Arnica, baby. It says life's good, so that's nice. Hopefully everybody else watching at home's having some good stuff. You know, having a good life right now. Yeah, they can get some good vibes going. You know, everybody in Dota is liable to a bit of a throw sometimes. So maybe OG dives a little too far. Maybe Slark, you know, Samael tries chasing for a kill into the fountain and ends up getting caught. It can happen. So Alliance with every reason to believe that small chance of turning this game around is still possible. It's not a big chance, but it's a little chance. And that, of course, is what we play the game of Dota for. It's those little outs that can help turn around what seems to be an impossible situation that you're stuck in. But it is certainly getting harder and harder to see that small chances. You know, if you just look over towards Samael, he's basically got the butterfly complete. They obviously have no real way, or no one that wants to itemize for any sort of true strike. It's not. Yeah. 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 No, there's... Yeah, there's just not a point when you see how this Slark is growing and this Bristle is growing, where the Bristle is ever going to have any sort of strength against the Slark, right? You know, from this stage onwards, the Slark, he doesn't care about the Bristle. The Bristle is a very appealing target for the Slark because Samael can just turn and get guaranteed hits off. And yeah, sure, the Bristle's back takes a long time to die, but that's only going to benefit the Slark in each of these fights. As the Bristle's never going to be able to deal the same amount or anywhere close to it, the damage that this Skadi butterfly Slark's going to be doing to him. And particularly because he has that lifesteal talent, as we mentioned. Slark is just going to be able to live through it all. No, not bad. No, it's nice, yeah. I hear in America it's all pretty crazy, you know, yeah. All things kind of going down, but I've been staying indoors like I do hope everybody else at home and is watching has been as well. If you have done, you know, give yourself a pat on the back, and you know, give each other a pat on the back in chat for being good, staying inside, watching streams, and typing whatever you type in the chat nowadays. You know, you're doing a good job. You're actually saving humanity by typing garbage in the Twitch chat. So good job, everybody. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know, that Twitch chat saving lives. Never thought it would happen, but it's happening right here. So well done, everybody. Keep it up. And likewise, we're doing the same as so are these players. You know, staying in, playing video games. You know, we're going to grow up and encourage our children to play more video games. None of this going outside stuff. We've told them for years that going outside was dangerous, and now look where we are. We were right all along. Oh, what did he say? What did he do? Oh, go on. An intentionally funny one, or are you being mean? Are you laughing at him, or are you laughing with him? Did he? Oh, okay, nice. I thought you meant like he tweeted something. You were laughing. I was like, that's mean. Be nice to Loader. What did he say? He's smart on the social media, Loader. He knows what to do on there.
Well done, my beauties.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. No. Don't worry, I got bad results on my maths test, and look where I ended up. Making money from talking about a video game. My goodness. With math in it. Yeah, there's a lot of maths in Dota 2. I mean, that really is one of those things that you tell people, and it's not true. It's not. No one does the maths in Dota. I see hero, I hit hero, I die. You know, I'm not actually doing any of these computations in my head. Nobody is. But if anyone asks, yes, lots of maths in Dota 2. Yes, excellent. Yes, he had a 500 ping. I mean, he's managed to turn his 500 ping into no ping at all. It's not actually a benefit because he's actually not playing the game. You know, you do have to have some semblance of ping, because without it, you've just not got a connection. Hopefully, he's able to fix it. I believe Hanske, he's obviously in Sweden, right? And I think they've got the servers there, so he should have a good link. He's coming. He's on his way. 1 minute. Start your stopwatches. Chat will hold Nico baby to that. 1 minute, and we'll be able to get back in. No action has kicked off on the in-game map quite yet. We've not quite reached that level. What have we got? Oh! Ban that man. We've got to ban him. Ban that man. If you're watching Twitch chat on mobile and you're outside of your house, no, do not give yourself a pat on the back. You've been a naughty boy. A naughty girl. Unless, of course, you are one of our beautiful healthcare workers or essential workers, then please, well, then you probably shouldn't be watching Twitch chat. Not the best. No, you need to shut down Twitch whilst you do that operation. It's not going to help you. The memes aren't going to help you save that man. So stop watching. But we love you. Keep up the good work. But oh, we're back in. We're back in. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around as always for the pauses. We're sorry for them. We hope we keep you in on the action, as there's much more action to be had in this game. And of course, this series is looking like OG are going to be able to push this to a Game 3 right now. And confidence is being shown. Wish has queued up the Quad Rapier. Not the normal build you find for Miranas, but then again, what normal build is there for a mid-Mirana in this day and age? It's I expect experimentation and expect shown how it's done. And Quad Rapier is definitely up my street, so we'll see if he commits for it. I hope so. I will be disappointed and ask you for my money back if he does not.
Merci beaucoup.
You never know. You never know. Never underestimate the power of the throw, as I've told you. Definitely a part of the game now where we can expect to see Alliance hold the high ground. Don't leave the base. Just wait for the throw. Going out of the base is going to be pretty dangerous right now. I mean, he's just going to go in. FNG knows that there's nothing he can do to stop the inevitable right then. And jumping up to the high ground, Sumail's ready to hunt for more. Hanskin's able to get the blink off in time as they do manage to get the silence on the Sumail as we submit. Back onto the tier 4s. He gets punched up. That's what I'm talking about with the black hole. Seb, he's in. He gets the 4th number. The BKB was already off for Lip, and Seb, he's taking it from the tower. He's dead. Never underestimate the power of a throw, as Alliance might have a chance here. Wish is tanking the tier 3. He goes for the TP out. Ooh, he makes it away. Wish is not quite at the throw levels of Seb or Sumail. But this game is still on, boys and girls, and Alliance, they've got a little bit more of a chance to turn it around. I think it was silence into the spear back onto tier 4. I mean, I think overall, out of all the players, you got to commend S4 for getting that angle, getting him into the tier 4s. You know, this tier 4s are going to hurt. They're going to hurt. Yeah. It was pretty. And you know what? You know what happened there as well? Remember, new patch, tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, those towers, Fogged, they do plus 25 damage right now. They hit pretty damn hard. And we saw that right there. They tore through Samael and they tore through Seb. So new patch. Helping out Alliance a little bit there. Up top Samael. But he's dark pacted. There's going to be an opening for them to find the spear into the arena. Smail's getting low for the backups there from Saxa. Comes in with the Rolling Thunder. Nico Baby turns over towards No Tail. They've got the dust onto him. This AA will fall. His silence taken down by the Quill Spray. Wish and Saxa, they'll turn towards FNG. They do manage to get rid of the Oracle. Now Smail committing onto Hansken. He's getting those stacks built up with the Halberd disarms. Smail's got to back off a little bit. Seb trying to move in. Helmet the Dominator, but a jump forward from S4. The burst is there. You take out Seb. It's another good fight for Alliance, and it's not even over yet. They're looking over towards Wish. He's already used the BKB. S4 again gets the angle, the spear into the trees, set up for the triple kill for the Bristleback. Alliance, they're winning these fights. Nico Baby's power levels increasing, and S4 hitting these spears like no tomorrow, and he does it again. Once more, the connection onto Saxa. Saxa will fall. Samael, he's trying to fight these heroes here. Nico Baby is low on mana. Halberd disarm onto Samael. S4, he can have spear up again. He gets another connection. Shoves Samael into the trees. Dark back to his own. He's got Shadow Dance in 2 seconds. Shadow Dance in 2 seconds. The Sentinel comes in. Hansken look for the punch up, but there's the Shadow Dance. Samael, he's hitting fast and he's hitting hard. Over towards Nico Baby. The Ice Shards from Hansken do protect Nico Baby. Excellent placement to push Samael off to the side. Nico Baby is playing around with the idea of getting back in, but he's low on mana. An Alliance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's I mean, as I say, we're starting to see some of the magic from Alliance that we saw in the second half of game 1. Suddenly, you know, it's like S4, you know, he had a bit of a break from the game. So when he comes back, he needs a bit of a time to warm up, and then in the second halves, he's just making plays non-stop. Last game it was the lassos. This game, he's locking down an entire lineup with every single spear. Oh, there's DD down bottom. We'll see if Alliance catch wind of that. They're actually going to try and fight. They jump in with the Silence onto the two of them. They're trying to get rid of No Tail, so there's no threat at the Ice Blast. Nico Baby can... During the Silence, he can. He's dead. He turns over towards Wish. Wish having to pounce away. Nico Baby still trying to stay on the target, but Samael, he's looking for the backlines of Alliance. Heads over towards FNG. Rolling for Saxa. Burst down with the Malefice. They kill off the Oracle. And over towards Hansken, maybe. They're eyeing him up with the Hellbear Smasher, but they want to turn back over towards the Bristleback. The big tanky boy. S4, he's in. He's got the coverage. The arena's down. The spear again. Locks down Samael. Into the 2-man Silence. Limbs moving in with the Exorcism. They kill off one. They're going to be able to turn towards Samael. Can they kill him the one? They can. They take down the Aegis. Already on the backlines. Hansken's trying to chase down Seb. Seb's got to back away. Nico Baby's in. They've got the damage with Limp and the cushions. Wish, he's got to run out of this. He's got no BKB. S4, he's looking for the angle. See what Wish can do. He's got no lead for 5 seconds. Yours is there. N4 moves into position. This spear, he will miss, but it does not matter, or does it? No, it does not. Wish will fall. Samael's still trying to fight. He's got the Shadow Dance available and will pounce up to the high ground. Limp's chasing. Saxa will push him off with the swashbuckle. Limp has to back away, but he'll stay at full HP with the spirits coming back in towards it. And again, another fight. This was a fight straight off the back of OG getting the Aegis. Alliance, they run at them. They're able to take it, and Limp, BKB, TP out. They'll get everybody out of there. None at all.
Good.
What a bounty! Amazing what you found laying around.
Oh, that's nice.
They really are. S4! He's got Samael! He catches him into the bash. Can they lock him down in time? He's silent. Samael, he's got no sort of safety. He's gonna die! He's dead again! S4, he just cannot stop making these plays happen. Every single time, and now that they've got that Abyssal done, they have that lockdown. the spear, the abyssal, the silence. That's a hell of a lot of lockdown onto a slug that, you know, sure, you've got a great team that can offensively fight with you, but when it comes down to saves and being taken out of this sort of chain control, they don't have the answers. The slug is vulnerable when he's playing out that far alone. And this is what, like 3 times in a row now where they have been able to kill off the slug. Alliance, they're shutting down the lead.
Take us.
I mean, they're just putting on a show right now, Alliance. They really are making the plays down bottom as well as pushing in mid. I mean, Saxon and Samael, they don't have buybacks. You're dead for 35 seconds on the slot. You're dead for over a minute on the Pangolier. Alliance, they're going to start just running down these lanes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah. But yeah, it was getting there. It was very much getting there, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, it's just, I mean, this is very exciting to watch, and just sort of beg the question, you know, how much of the patch change is sort of helping this comeback happen? Because if it really is based on the patch, I've got to say, hats off, I love it already. You know, when you think a team is down and out, if they can make that one great play happen, or also, if anything, we're just seeing how much sort of oversteps and sort of dives are being punished. You know, both of these games were situations where OG tried to push it a little too far, and they may have been ahead, but those mistakes, it just opened up the floor for Alliance to come in and just tear it up. And, you know, it would be unfair to say, you know, Alliance are back in this game just because of OG's mistakes. It's because of how much Alliance did with it. You know, off the back of that initial swing in the mid lane, past their tier 3s where Samael and Seb were diving in, Alliance, they have just made so many plays happen. And it's coming together. Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
No, they did, yeah. Well, where are these going? Who's taking what? Any big... Oh, yeah, Spell Prism on the DP. Yes, please. That's a lovely one to have. Oh, top. He is able to get the dart packed off, so this time we'll be able to remove that silence. S4 throws down the arena. Samael's able to pounce out of the range of it. He will escape. This time around as a slide, but Nico is in with the Abyssal Blade active to shut down the roll away from Saxa. And again, it's a Pango dead for a minute. Alliance not allowing OG any chance to regain the drive that they had for the first half of this game.
Has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. Oh.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, no, they need a huge black hole right now from Seb. Because Nico Baby, he was queuing up the Skadi, but decided to invest in the BKB, now going for the Skadi after it. But having the BKB when he does, he is very invincible. Even if he gets caught in the black hole, if he's able to BKB first, OG are very unlikely to actually kill him during the black hole, even if it does manage to catch him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They do, yeah. Yeah, Seb's got to catch him in it, otherwise it's going to be the black hole over. which shouldn't necessarily be too hard. Of course, a lot of the time Nico Baby is the front liner as the Bristol. Smoke up as he's clipped Seb perfectly. Arena down, Seb is out, no chance for a BKB. The rest of OG just have to get out of here. Notel will be able to TP away. The dust is out from Hanskin, and Wish's BKB ends. Wish, he's in trouble. He's only got one leap left available. He's not even getting the chance to use it. S4's in, a spear right down the throat of this Marana as he spears him to the tree. No mercy from S4 on the Mars this game. I mean, they really are. No, as I said, these are just the comebacks you love to see. You know it. For the first half of this game, everybody watching was like, well, okay, this is over. But no, it's not. Not at all. He's just going in. He's just running in with the BKB. He's moving towards the fountain. No tell. He's dead. See if Sumail's able to live through this one. Rolling forward with Saxon as they do manage to get him back in with that Lotus Orb, but now he's in pretty deep. He's been silenced. He's rooted. Sumail, he's in trouble. He's dead. No buyback. He's dead for 100. Alliance is just going to move in up to the high ground, look towards this tier 3. They're on the verge of 2-0ing OG and a series where both games, it looked like OG had it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Now here we have it. And he's...
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And up to the top lane they go. I mean, even if Seb does find a good black hole here, without Sumail, they just don't have the carry to tear through this Bristle. And there we go, jump forward. Onto Wish. Black hole's down, Seb, BKB, Black hole does catch the two cores, and there with the Ice Blast, they've got him, Seb, that'll do it. That will do it. That has allowed OG to stay back in this game. Seb will hold. There's S4, he will sneak away in the trees.
Radiant's top.
That is a hold from OG. They're able to finally knock away that fire that Alliance has been playing with for the last 15 minutes or so.
Okay, it gives him a head start.
Yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And there, yeah.
My eyes.
Oh, that would be great for Seb. Get that refresher shot on Seb, Brighton. You can get straight back in there with a second black hole. Yeah. That's a triple buyback though. It puts you in a bit of a risky position. Sure, you want to secure this Roche, but Alliance, if they lose one of these heroes and they're without buyback, OG can still push your base very quickly. Especially if Sumail's able to get a few stacks built up in the fight. This is getting into a tense position for both teams. They have to have it. Sax is in. Starting to poke with Nico Baby. The arrows are out. It's only going to clip onto the Rose. Nico Baby's able to commit past the BKB. He's looking to finish it off, but he gets bashed. Saxon, he's trying to seal it. The Aegis is picked up. And he's got the refresher shot and the cheese. Nico Baby pops the BKB in an attempt to back off. Alliance, they got what they came for from the Roshan. Can they get some kills on top of it? Yes, they can. Saxon out. Buyback immediately from the Bangalore. Limp still with the ghost going. Sumail, he's trying to get back involved in this fight. He does still have the Satanic Active to rely on. S4, jump in. He's got the catch yet again. S4, spears in place. So wishes Marana. Sumail's trying to go for FNG, but FNG, he's staying alive with a false promise. Then punch up Sumail. Sumail, he's got to be careful. He's been dusted up. Pops the Shadow Dance. He's trying to stay on Hanskin, but he's been silenced. FNG will finally pop after the false promise ends, but Sumail, he's in trouble. He turns towards Nico Baby. He's starting to still back up, but Hanskin's in with the control. The supports in. Do they have further detection? They don't. And Sumail knows it. He comes back out of the shadows to start to continue to lifesteal. Looks towards Hanskin. Hanskin throws down the shards to live, but he's blocked off. Sumail's able to get round. They kill off the Tusk, and he's dead without buyback. Sumail, he's not done yet. Moves over towards Nico Baby. The Aegis has got his Seb, he's in the black hole, brings back the DP despite the BKB. Limbs locked down, and it's 2 heroes. They don't have buyback, and Nico, baby, he's going to go down as well. No buybacks. They are out of this whole 2 minutes of the game where OG can now run down mid and do so much damage to what Alliance's base. As they don't have buyback. They went for that play around Roche. They got the Roche, but OG, they still took the team fight. They had the buybacks themselves. Wish and Seb coming back in. They're going to run down mid. I think it's game over. It's game over, dude. It's game over.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Now, we're having the comebacks and a half this series. Game 1 was excellent. Game 2, an extra twist. Alliance able to reclaim the lead, and then OG able to shut them down. Despite what, even looking back, I feel as you said, that was probably the right play.